May 2025 was a busy month. Let's explore the Cybersecurity Digest for this month. The fast-paced format, without adverts, will highlight the sectors impacted, the threat groups, and ransomware as a service platform responsible for most of this month's data breaches. We will explore the MITRE framework changes for this month and the worldwide CERT and CISO alerts. Let's start. May 2025 was relentless. Over 500 cyber incidents struck globally, sparing no sector. Starting with tech giants, Meta, Coinbase, Apple, Google, and AT&T were all targeted in a coordinated attack campaign. Methods ranged from insider bribery to Git repository breaches and credential leaks. Coinbase refused a ransom, while AT&T saw 73 million records resurfacing from an earlier breach. In retail and luxury, Victoria's Secret was paralyzed by ransomware. North Face lost nearly 3,000 customer accounts to a credential stuffing attack. Cartier confirmed PII exposure, names, emails, dates of birth, while Marks & Spencer and Dior faced operations disrupting breaches, attributed to scattered spider. Healthcare wasn't spared. Sanofi's UK had cancer and STI data dumped online by the Chilean ransomware gang. In the US, Kettering Health saw treatment disruptions, while Medics experienced a significant records exposure. Government and education entities were prime targets. Cobb County, Georgia lost 150 gigabytes of sensitive data. Peru's government portal was hacked by Resida. And the Toronto District School Board was compromised via PowerSchool, part of a larger Lockbit-linked campaign. Meanwhile, technology and industrial systems suffered hard. Nation-state actors breached ConnectWise's Screen Connect infrastructure. Coca-Cola Middle East had internal files leaked by Everest. Indonesia's ABDA Insurance was targeted by IM & Crew, a rising ransomware group with a focus on Southeast Asia. CERTs worldwide were on high alert. CISA, CERTU, CERT, CERTIN, and NCSC issued multiple ICS advisories and urgent CV patch notices. Top vulnerabilities included Fortinet's buffer overflow, Microsoft CLFS privilege escalation, and Qualcomm Adreno GPU exploits, many already active in the wild. Ransomware groups were hyperactive. Chilean, SafePay, Everest, and Resida dominated the landscape. Lockbit re-emerged. IM & Crew joined the pool. North America led the volume. Coinbase resisted a bribery-fueled insider breach. AT&T saw 73 million user records resurface. Healthcare faltered. Kettering Health and PowerSchool-linked breaches disrupted schools and patients alike. Cobb County lost 150 gigabytes of sensitive data. Major names like Google and Apple were also hit. Threat actors? Chilean, Lockbit, SafePay, and Lapsus dollar-style groups were all active. Europe faced a wave of precision strikes. Retailers like M&S, Cartier, and Dior were breached. Healthcare was again a target. Sanofi's and Medics reported patient data leaks. Philips and Harrods added to the toll. Scattered Spider, Chilean, and Everest were all confirmed actors. In Asia, new players emerged. IM & Crew made headlines by breaching ABDA Insurance in Indonesia. Acer India and Coca-Cola's Middle East unit were also targeted, both attributed to Everest. South America saw a bold hit. Peru's government portal, GOBPE, was breached by the Resida ransomware group, who demanded payment in Bitcoin and released government documents when ignored. And in the Middle East, Coca-Cola's regional division fell victim to data exfiltration by Everest. This month, the ransomware landscape was aggressive with few new names entering the field. Chilean led healthcare-focused attacks. They breached Sanofi's and Cobb County, combining patient data leaks with extortion, classic ransom and release tactics. Lockbit, despite takedown efforts, remained active. Their focus, school districts. Toronto's school board was hit through PowerSchool, exposing student and staff records. SafePay exploded in visibility, claiming 58 victims in May alone. Their tactics? Purely opportunistic, favoring high volume, fast-turn ransomware deployment. Resida made international headlines by breaching Peru's government portal. Their playbook, public sector extortion, with ransom demands in Bitcoin. IM & Crew, An emerging Southeast Asian group leaked customer and contract data from ABDA Insurance. Analysts warn, they're just getting started. Scattered Spider returned with refined social engineering, breaching luxury retailers like M&S, Dior, and Harrods using phishing and multi-factor authentication bypasses. Everest targeted enterprise operations, most notably Coca-Cola's Middle East division, executing exfiltration without encryption, favoring pure data monetization. And finally, Lapsus Dollar Redux, a familiar playbook with new fingerprints. Meta, Google, Apple, and Coinbase all experienced insider compromises and Git repo theft, suggesting the group is reorganizing under the radar. At the top of the list of May CV records, we have Fortinet. A buffer overflow flaw affecting FortiVoice and mail products is being actively used for remote code execution through malicious HTTP cookies. Remember that no authentication needed to exploit it. Windows was hit on two fronts. A use after free in the desktop window manager and a separate flaw in the CLFS driver both allow attackers to escalate to system privileges. Microsoft confirmed active exploitation. Browser-based threats are also rising. Qualcomm's Adreno GPUs, used in Chrome, have a use after free bug causing memory corruption, and Google patched two Chrome vulnerabilities tied to V8 and compositor components. Enterprise platforms weren't spared. SAP NetWeaver's Visual Composer had a critical file upload flaw, letting attackers install persistent backdoors. Cisco's iOS XE controllers had an auth bypass that gave attackers full access via forged JWTs. And watch out for potential exploits. Microsoft RDP and Office had remote code execution issues labeled, likely exploited, especially dangerous via malicious documents and crafted sessions. May's update to MITRE ATT and CK, version 17.1, was a minor one, focused on refinement. It introduced a new campaign entry tied to oil rigs' DNS exfiltration and added a new group, Earth Copper, linked to Chinese APT activity. Modifications included improved metadata, standardized data source fields, and clearer mappings between techniques and threat actor behavior. No new tactics, techniques, or matrices were added this cycle. CERT teams worldwide were on high alert this May. In Italy, CERT IT dealt with a major breach. InfoCert lost 5.5 million digital ID records to the dark web. In the US, CISA issued wave after wave of ICS advisories and urgent CV warnings, including Fortinet and ESG exploits, plus phishing lures via Google Workspace. CERT focused on exploited Outlook 0 days and critical Microsoft CVs, while the UK's NCSC flagged Lockbit targeting school systems. Japan's CERT warned of active WinRAR and Joomla exploits. Australia's CERT called out Emotet spreading through pirated software and zero plugin risks. And in India, CERT flagged Android privilege flaws, phishing scams abusing government branding, and botnet-driven credential stuffing. I do my best to maintain this free project up and running with quality information. All your support, liking, and subscribing is highly appreciated.
Take care.